Hey. You are tuning to Box Story. My name is Rakeem. Today we are here with WBC International Champion Kallia Kourouni. But that's not all of her accomplishments. This girl has been around the world. Kallia, introduce yourself and talk to the people.
Hi to all boxing fans of Box Story. I'm Kallia Kourouni, a camping Tyson. I am world champion in WIBF and GBU, and also I am WBC the national champion. Hi.
Quite some achievements. You've done quite a bit. You've been a K1 fighter, 41-9 records. You've won various world titles. You're a professional boxer, 14-2. And it seems like you're still in the middle of your journey. Last time out, you was in Mexico. You picked up the WBC International. Tell us a bit about that.
What I tell, when you start to take the green belt, you understand something you do good, because all the boxers, they like we have the green belt. Of course, this is the beginning for me, and that come after many years dedication, hard work, and was nothing easy for me or someone just give me, because as you know, to go to fight in Mexico with Mexican opponent for WBC was a lot of risky, but I believe a lot of in myself, and the boxing game is a risk. You must go there to take what you think you deserve. Unfortunately, I don't have yet the big promoter or someone just to buy me a belt, and the truth is I'm against into this mentality, because unfortunately the women boxing has that. Can anyone take a belt and just challenge this belt and can be world champion or anything? In men's boxing is more difficult to can be a champion. But I cannot now change the boxing world. I can tell you for my last fight, as I told you, was risky, but I wanted this very much. For me, I was the underdog, but at the same time that make me more motivated to work very hard. I feel blessed because my coach is Michele Reyes, is in Mexico. We decided to work together 1 month before my WBC title, and wasn't Jackie Nava there. For me, is legend in Batman weight and super Batman weight. Don't have, I think, opponent yet, but is in Mexico, is different, but her actions has show how good quality boxer is, and her record is wow. And we work very hard. My opponent, no one stopped her before. Me and her was WBC choices, cause our records, and was very tough. Always in the training, my trainer of course believed me, but always tell me keep your hands up, because she's not so good technique, your opponent, but you know it's the classic Mexican, very tough, go front, they brawl a little bit. Of course, me, I'm Spartana. I love that. I love to fight, and as I told to my trainer, when we go in the States in the car, I tell coach, because he still tell me, Kallia, keep your hands up. She gives some hooks. By the way, me, I'm switch hitter and southpaw orthodox, but for this fight we decide to do orthodox stance because my opponent was southpaw, and we see more gaps to her when she fight as orthodox style, and that was our strategy. But when we go in the fight, he tell me, my coach, again, keep your hands up, you know. I tell coach, I promise you, if she go toe-to-toe to me, I will knock out her. She cannot deal with me.
And you did.
Yes, and you know, it was the first fight with my coach. He thought, of course he knows I'm a humble girl, but he knows maybe, you know, before the fight I want to wow myself. But in 11 years I do combat sports and boxing, no one girl until now boxed me in the sparring or in the fight, toe-to-toe, and can continue. Understand what I mean?
They can't keep up.
Yes, usually they box me outside, especially before 3 years. I was not very good boxing skills. I have the K1 style, more brawling, more fight style, more street style. I like just to go forward. I didn't have footwork. And when was one clever girl, she boxed me outside with nice jumps and good footwork, and me, I go like a crazy, and I take some punches like a stupid. And after I realized, because I'm very strong for my division, I realized it's not just enough. I must start use my brain, and I must improve my boxing skills. And because I'm switch hitter, was, of course, this is talent, but at the same time was a curse, because you need to work double that
Both
kind
sides.
of, yes,
Both box and southpaw.
yes, and it was difficult to improve in the bone stance my skills. And now I can call myself I'm very good boxer, because before 3 years, if we do that interview, I tell you I'm very good fighter. Now I'm a boxer puncher, and I work very hard for this. And now the people, they respect me, not just the girl from Sparta, the brave heart, to have big guts. Now the people, they respect me, yes, as a fighter, brave heart, but she's very good boxer.
So there's been a transformation over the last 3 years. You've went from fighter to boxer. You went from domestic level to world level, which is proven in that you picked up the WBC International. Now the WBC International belt is a stepping stone, of course, up until the world title, which is currently held by the UK's Terry Harper. How long down the line, or how far down the line, will you look before you challenge her for the full-on world title?
First, I let you know, my manager talked with WBC when I must defend the WBC International. And the WBC, they tell us, my performance is not for international. I don't need to defend anymore, because they give me the chance to go for WBC World Title silver. And that, of course, make me proud. WBC recognize my level as a boxer. And if everything go good and I win this belt, because I like to show people, not to talk about things, I like actions. If I win that belt, if Terry Harper still has that belt, I be the mandatory to fight her. But very possibly, if she fight with Michaela Mayer, by my opinion, Michaela Mayer, she will beat her. And after will be wow to go to fight Michaela Mayer for all the belts, because for me it's much better boxer, and she's USA like me, as now I have my visa and I stay in Las Vegas, and I will look forward for that fight. But now I'm focused. First, next week I fight for bare knuckle fight, and as you know, that needs big guts, and I love that.
Let me just introduce that. Yes, on May the 15th, you'll be flying out to Miami, Florida to take part in Dada 5000's BYB bare knuckle boxing. You're going to be going up against Christine Stanley, MMA fighter who's 5-3-1. How do you feel going into this new environment and this new field of fighting?
For me, for the papers, is new for the people see my name, but me, I grown up in Sparta. I grown up, we fight with naked hands, and because they teach us always after the school we have 3-4 hours, especially the boys. But because my father was world champion in Greco-Romania style and national boxer champion, and I can follow the boys training. And I used all my life to fight in the streets, to fight always with naked hands, all the combat sports. For me, it's very familiar, that style.
It's nothing new. It's what you've been doing before.
No, yes, and will be, I think, fit me more I let you, because in the boxing, as I tell you, 3 years I work very hard to improve my boxing skills. But as a Braveheart or as a fighter spark, I born with that. You cannot fix in the training Braveheart or guts. In the training you can improve many things, but the biggest talent to boxer or MMA fighter or any fighter to jump in the trigon or the ring or anything needs the heart, needs the guts. And the most, just they look the Twitter, the Instagram, the YouTube, and they chant me or they chant other champions where they don't know shit about boxing or any fight, understand?
So, you are the Spartan Princess, you are Pink Tyson, what they know you as, and from your history, you've been growing up around fighting your whole entire life. In Greece right now, you are one of the only 2 female professional boxers. Yourself, Kallia Kourouni, WBC International Champion, and we also have Christina Linardatou, who is the current WBO Super Lightweight Champion. Has the idea ever come that at some point you might fight each other down the line because you are both doing big things in women's boxing and you're both from Greece? Could a fight between you two in Greece be a massive advert for women's boxing around the world and in your home countries?
Do you know, I am open to anything in this life, in the boxing, and if you want to be the best, you must challenge the best. And when we talk about one girl in super lightweight, is different division than me, but she's a world champion, of course, is one of the best. And I am multi-weight. Of course, I would like to take that fight, but until now, just talk a lot, like other trainers. But in the table, I don't have any proposal to, okay, let's do it. If is the right proposal, because as you tell, will be massive fight, we promote our countries, must be the money good, we must find the division, must be a lot of things, must be drug test, must be, many things to cost a lot. And I don't know if our country, because we don't have the professional boxing, can support that. If my country is ready to support that, of course I am in, I think, and Christina is in, but until now too much drama, blah blah, but not something serious proposal.
Like I said, you and Christina are the 2 only current active female Greek boxers in the world, and you're both are at the world level doing amazing things, and I think that would be a great poster for women's boxing and a great poster for boxing within Greece for you two to put yourself out there. Because you also, I noticed you went pro, you made your professional debut in 2014, is that correct? Of course, that was 2 years before the Olympics. Was there ever something that you had considered doing, going down the Olympic path before turning professional?
Of course, I was in national team, I take a part to IBA tournaments. If I was so good enough, no, now much better boxer. But if you don't have the opportunity, how you know what you can do? Understand what I mean? But my country, especially that time, 2013.
14.
Yes, 2013, before Olympics, we have the economic crisis. We have a huge pandemic of problem of that, and was very difficult support the athletes. And now we don't have economic crisis. Again, my country, I know it's fucking crazy, same, because in that country start the boxing, start the combat sports. In that country, we don't have the Olympic athletes, we don't have the professional boxing, and it's very sad. Me or Christina or other very good boys boxers, they try to do anything they can outside of Greece. And it's very sad that, but I cannot change that. And I love my country, I respect my country, but I love and I respect more myself, how many sacrifice I have challenged, and unfortunately my country was not there to give me one hand to help me. Anything I have do, especially in professional boxing, help me Germany, help me England, help me USA now. My country, of course, happy with my achievements, but again, cannot support me or do me something to make through my dreams or professional, because as an amateur I have big dreams. I was ready to fight in European Championship, was in Romania then, and they tell me you must pay that, you must find sponsor in this, we must pay. And now we have very good athletes, amateur, but again we don't have memberships in World Championship or European. Or if someone has the money by sponsor or anything to can take a part, and it's very sad all that.
So of course we've seen quite a few world champion boxers such as Christina Hammer, Delphine Persoon. They've put the professional boxing gloves down and they've gone back to the amateur boxing scene to attempt to go for the Olympics now that they've more established, now they've got more backing and funding. Would that be something you would look to down the line?
Yes.
Once you become more established, to possibly go back and attempt to represent Greece at the Olympics? I also believe Rama Ali, she wants to do this. She's had 2 professional fights. She wants to go back and represent Somalia in the Olympics. Would that be something that you would possibly think of?
Before 2 years I did trainings and sparrings with GP team, and the trainers of GP, they tell me why it's so sad, why, because you are young, you are this, you must take a shot. The truth is I do a searching with my country, but I live for boxing. I cannot go in my country and just pay tournaments or that or this. After I try to, the truth is to do by England something, because they're interesting about me. But what is the problem? Because I have already more 6 professional fights, in England they don't allow professional boxing fights over 6, you can turn amateur. Because really we search a lot before 1 year. Yes, but of course, like Hammer or Persoon or that, I support that. Well done. If anyone has any dream and don't make true his dream yet, understand? Anytime you have the chance, you make true your dream, yes, you must do. I support the girls, and well done. Yeah, and of course, I answer you, and of course I would like that, but in my case it's more difficult.
I can understand, due to the political climate of Greece at this point of time, it probably is a bit more difficult than the likes of Belgium and Germany. But without the Olympics, I think you've still gone on to have an amazing career, being one of only 2 women in Greece to reach the levels that you've gone on to in professional boxing. So already you've accomplished quite a bit in boxing. You've won titles across Europe, WBC International title. What else would you like to accomplish within your boxing career?
Oh, it's too many things, but I use something, tell my manager, first we clear and focus in this division. But generally I want to challenge the best champions. I think will be very difficult to go 55 or 57. Oh no, 57 is not so difficult. And more easy to go up, 63, 66, 70. I would like to challenge the champions of the division. I like to be multi-weight champion. But I don't like to talk a lot for the future things. I like to look what is now. And now I have a WBC Silver World belt, and I have a bar knuckle fight next week, and that is now, and I am focused to that. After this, I let my manager do his job, but the plan is to be undisputed, of course, and challenge the best girls, depending the best in the in any division.
So you want to be in with the best, challenge the best, and win as many titles you can around that?
Of course, if you want people to respect you, you must win the respect. You must win the best.
Winning their respect. That's always a good motive to go by. That's always a good plan to have. And I feel you've been doing that. As you said, in the last 3 years, your boxing has stepped up incredibly. You've turned from a fighter into a boxer, and you're now going to countries like Mexico and picking up titles. So I definitely do see that as possible.
And you know, the words, the blah blah are cheap. I like show me. Understand? I like people or me again to myself to show. It's too much blah 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 blah. Understand? Just better we don't talk because it's a marathon. We cannot call Kallia is the best, for example, Terry, this, that is the best, because still we're running. In the marathon, someone go front and the other is back, and you see that to be back, go front. How you can call yourself the best when still we're running? We must respect between us, the athletes, and never we must not sorry about my English, forgive me. I think I speak good English, but not the best.
You speak good English. Your English is fine.
We must not forget where we come from. For example, I come from in Sparta in the mountains in a towel, because the homes there is the towels, and I was in Las Vegas in the wow buildings in casinos. I cannot forget, and I act like a diva or like snob because now I'm in Las Vegas and I forget where I am from. Understand? And for me, if you are a real champion, you must be humble. You must not forget where you come, and you must inspire people to teasing their dreams, not to talk shit for people when they have dreams and they want to do like you things or better things. That is wrong, understand? Like I told you before off the camera, Terry Harper, she go in my Instagram. After 1 year I was out because I did surgery in my knee ACL, and I do just a joke sparring with one heavyweight bark knuckle fighter in Las Vegas. And she take that video, she posted in her social, like her girlfriend, she doesn't know boxing, maybe know boxing as a fan, not to be athlete I mean, and she tell her girlfriend can beat Pink Tyson and talk shit. First, I want to thank you, because me, I don't know her nickname at all. I know Terry Harper because she's a champion. I know all the names, the champions in my division. But I like because she spell right my nickname and they know my name. She go waste her time to go in my social to find a video to post. Too much, understand? Me, if someone is nobody and just tell I want to fight Pink Tyson, I don't go to answer or comment to anyone. That means maybe I'm not nobody, understand? Why waste someone his time when he's champion? And she must not forget, as she told alone, she work in fish chips restaurant store, and she worked hard and was dedicated, and after take a vacant IBO world belt, and after Eddie Hearn open eyes, and congratulations to her and her team, because she works hard and to be there, but she must not forget she was in fish chips and she has a big dreams to become champion. Me, I don't work in fish chips, it's better the things for me. I mean, I have good sponsors to support my dream, but understand what I mean? I don't talk shit for any boxer. Understand? Because someone will want to be, for example, WBC International Champion like Kallia. I tell, who you are, and I laugh and I post things. This is very bad manners, understand? If you are a real champion, you must be a champion outside of the ring, in the life, because the boxing, the bets, in 10 years finish for Terry Harper, for Kallia, for anyone. The point is, people, what they think you as a person, you must inspire as a person, understand? This is my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, and you know, that Steffi Bully, for me, I don't know him personally, but no one serious coach by my opinion. It's not they in the Twitter and talk shit, and okay, stop to bust my skinny balls, Steffi Bully, you know what I mean? I don't know what athlete he has now signed, I don't know her name. Possibly the girl, she has done good things before in GP. I don't know the girl to talk bad or good, but I respect any girl to be boxing and want to be professional. I support that, but she cannot insult me like I'm so too bad and his girl to do debut to fight with me. okay, let's do her debut, do 2-3 things, and you know my manager email, contact with me, pay me, and I come because I have 14-2. I have better title, better rankings, better record. Why I fight someone to do her debut? The only reason is the money. Okay, if the money right, yes, of course. I respect that girl. I don't know her name. Sorry about that.
The fighter I think you believe you're talking of is Raven Chapman. She is trained and managed by Steffi Bull. She was from the GB team. You would be open to a fight with her if they was to pay you the right money?
First, I have manager to do that conversations, and you know now you do interview for me, and it's too much drama to talk about Steffi Bull not. But okay, I will answer you about that. It's manager job, and if Steffi Bull, yes, of course, has so confidence that I am useless and his girlfriend, she can beat me, very nice. We wait his proposal and the right money, of course. Must understand I'm 14-2, 2 world titles, and maybe it's not WBC World Titles, but it's WIBF and GBU. And I have WBC International. Yes, why not? The girl talk okay, nice. She's boxer, she's hungry, she want to turn pro. I will understand her. But I don't understand Steffi Bull as a coach. He call himself coach or manager and talk shit. Or I don't understand one champion, WBC and IBO as Terry Harper, to waste her time to post my things. It's crazy. And by the way, that she post was a joke sparring with one heavyweight boy, understand? But again, we cannot be likable, if it's the right word, to everyone. Understand what I mean? I love Tyson Fury. I love him. I don't agree with some things he did in the past, but I love him. That not means because I love Tyson Fury and someone else don't like Tyson Fury. Understand what I mean? When you do boxing, some people they think you are good boxer, some people you are set boxer. The opinions are free. We talk about anyone. But I tell you as a coach and one champion cannot talk like this. If we arrange the fights with Terry Harper, the trash talking is in the game. But again has limits, not down of the line, if it's the right word.
No, I understand. It sounds like you're coming from a very respectful place in how you portray yourself. For boxing, you use Twitter, but you don't use Twitter too much to call people out or mention names. Most of the stuff you do put on Twitter is about yourself and what your own accomplishments in your own journey happened for. Of course, you are WBC International Champion, so a fight down the line with whoever holds the full world title is something that could be very possible for Super Featherweight. There was something that I did want to ask you about, which is about your whole self, the way you portray yourself, the way you conduct yourself. Is the nickname you've given yourself, Pink Tyson, sweet but savage, destructive but a diva.